Hello students, I am Latika Likha. I am gold medalist in MPhil Mathematics and I have been associated with Ask IITians as mathematics faculty for the past 3 years. So now we will be beginning the chapter on mathematical reasoning. This is an extremely interesting chapter and it is simple too. So you will be able to understand all these concepts quite easily and it doesn't require too much of practice also. So basically I have broken this chapter into several parts, like first of all we will be beginning with the statement, what we mean by a statement, then we will discuss open statement and compound statement, and then we will be switching to and, that is conjunction. The use of and, you will get to know what is the symbol of and what is the truth table for and then we will discuss disjunction and various other concepts like negation, and then we will discuss the types of implication and contrapositive, concept of converse, and finally the concept of fallacies and tautologies. So in the first part we will be beginning with a statement. We will discuss what is a statement, then we will switch to open statement and compound statements, and finally we will discuss conjunction. So let us begin. Okay, so now we will be beginning the chapter on mathematical reasoning, and mathematical reasoning is, I would say, a simple chapter and you won't have to practice a very big number of questions as compared to other topics of mathematics, but yes, you will have to get well versed with the terms that we are going to use in mathematical reasoning. Once you understand those terms, you will be able to draw the corresponding truth tables, and that is all about mathematical reasoning. So just practice a good number of questions and you are through. So you will be able to fetch some easy scores with this chapter. So let's begin mathematical reasoning. So firstly we have a term statement. What do we mean by the term statement? And I am sure most of you must have heard this term, and in fact we generally use this term also in our day-to-day lives, but we don't really know what do we mean by a statement in mathematical terms. So in mathematical language, a sentence is called a mathematically acceptable statement if it is either true, these words are extremely important, either true or false but not both. Moreover, a statement is neither imperative nor interrogative nor exclamatory. A sentence which is a request or a command is not a statement. That means you will term a sentence to be a statement if it is either true or false but not both. Moreover, it should not be an interrogative sentence, it should not be imperative or exclamatory. It should not be any kind of request or command also. So a simple sentence will be termed as a statement. We have certain examples. Following are the statements. 6 is less than 8. This is a simple sentence. You can see it is neither imperative nor interrogative or exclamatory. Then we have 2 is an odd number, every square is a rectangle, or New Delhi is in India. So we don't have any kind of request or command in these sentences, so these are statements. Important point in this is a sentence which is both true and false simultaneously is not a statement. We have already discussed this. It has to be either true or false but not both. And such a sentence is called a paradox. If a sentence is true and false simultaneously, you will term that sentence to be a paradox and not a statement. Now we have open statement. A declarative sentence containing variables is an open statement if it becomes a statement when the variable or variables is or are replaced by some definite values. So if you have a sentence containing variables, you will term that to be an open statement if it becomes a statement when the variables are given some definite values. For example, we have s equal to x is an integer. So this is true if x is an integer and false if x is not an integer. So this is an example of open statement. I am sure you must have understood this. Now we have compound statements. Compound statements, as the name itself is suggesting, it would be joining of two or more statements, combination of two or more statements. So compound statement is a statement which is made up of two or more statements. In this case, each statement is called a component statement. That means suppose I have compound statement, two statements I'll have, so it will be made up of two or more statements. Then each of these statements will be termed as a component statement. For example, all rational numbers are real and all real numbers are complex. So this is obviously a compound statement because it is a combination of these two statements. You can see component statements will term it. This is one component statement and this is another component statement. P, all rational numbers are real, and Q, all real numbers are complex numbers. So these are two. Individually you will call it a component statement and this together is termed as a compound statement. Okay, next we have is conjunction, and it is an important topic, and from here we are starting some of the mathematical terms. Like we'll be discussing conjunction, then you'll get to know what do we mean by disjunction, then we'll have contradictions, fallacies, and then we'll have certain other terms also. So let's begin with conjunction. I'm sure conjunction also most of you must be knowing. Compound statements are combined by the word and, this is the sign, and the resulting statement is called a conjunction, denoted as P and Q. So you just have to remember conjunction means and. When the compound statements are combined by the conjunction, that means they are combined by and, A and D. And the symbol for that is this. This you must remember because we'll be preparing truth tables also. You'll have questions based on this symbol, use of this symbol. So for example, a point occupies a position and its location can be determined. You can see this conjunction. Component statements are a point occupies a position. This is one component statement and this is another component statement. So a point occupies a position and Q is its location can be determined, and both the statements are true. So in conjunction you have to just remember that the compound statements are combined by and the symbol for it is this. We'll be discussing the truth table, corresponding truth table also, so you'll get to know what exactly do we mean by this. Certain important points. The compound statement with and is true if all its component statements are true. Obviously, if you have P and Q, this will be true only if both P and Q are true. And means this as well as this. So that means P and Q both have to be true in order for P and Q to be true. And the compound statement with and is false if any of its component statements is false. Obviously again, if you have P one statement, Q is one statement, and we have P and Q, this will be true if both are true. And if suppose P is false, Q is true, then also result will be false because and means both P and Q have to be true. Similarly, if P is true and Q is false, result will be false. So both P and Q have to be true for P and Q to be true. This includes the case that some of its compound statements are false or all of its compound statements are false. P and Q both false, it will be false. Result will be P and Q will be false. So in fact, we will be discussing the truth table for this, and I'm sure you'll be able to understand with it quite easily. So here's the truth table for conjunction, right? So the following truth table shows the truth values of, this should be read as P and Q. This symbol is and, right? Just fit it into your brains. This symbol is and Q and P. So this is how we write down the truth table for P and Q. First of all, you'll take P. first of all you will take P and we'll take Q. We have two columns P and Q. Write down true, true, false, false. We'll be considering 4 cases when P is true, Q is true. These are the cases that we are taking ourselves, right? So P is true, Q is true. Just concentrate on these 2 columns, this and this. As of now we are just having these 2 columns, right? So P is true, Q is true, P is true, Q is false, P is false, Q is true, P is false, Q is false. This means I am just considering the cases. I take true, 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 false, false, true, false, false in any order. We are just concerned with this combination, true, 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 false, false, true, false, false, right? So this is how we have obtained P and Q. Now we write down P and Q and Q and P. This is P and Q and this is Q and P. Now P and Q means P is true, Q is true, that means P and Q has to be true. That's correct. Then we have P is true, Q is false, result would be false. P and Q would be false because we have already discussed for P and Q to be true, both P and Q have to be individually be true. This will be false. Similarly, P is false, Q is true, false. Both are false, obviously the result is false. Now we have Q and P. Q is true, P is true, result will be true. P is false, Q is false, P is true, result has to be false. Q is true, P is false, result has to be false. And finally, Q is false, P is false, so result is false. That means you can just remember this rule. In fact, you don't need to remember, that is something obvious, very obvious, that and will be true obviously if both the things are true. So P and Q is true only when P and Q both are true. The above truth table shows that P and Q is equal to Q and P. You can see here these 2 columns are same. So P and Q is equal to Q and P, and that is quite obvious also because P and Q is true when both are true, and similarly it holds for Q and P also. Okay, one more thing that you should know here is that we have discussed the conjunction and, but that does not mean that any sentence, any statement that you have that has got a word and will be a conjunction or it will be a compound statement, right? For example, what am I saying? Let me take an example, that mixture of alcohol and water can be separated by chemical methods. Right, this is let's take some example, that mixture of alcohol and water can be separated by chemical methods. Now here I have used the word and, so is this a compound statement? No, because what we discussed was each of the, when we have a compound statement we have it as a combination of component statements. This and is just used to denote these 2 things, alcohol and water. So just be a bit careful in these things. So that is what we discussed about conjunction. Now we will be switching to disjunction. So I hope you must have understood the concept of statements and the concept of conjunction and the truth table for the same. Now in the next session we will be switching to disjunction, or it is also termed as alternation, and we will discuss the truth table for it also, and we will also discuss the concept of inclusive OR and exclusive OR, and then we will switch to the concept of negation. So stay tuned.